Good afternoon, I'm Sean Yao, and this is One News Now. One farmers group says that President Bongbong Marcos should let go of the Agriculture Secretary post. In an interview with Radio 5, former DA Secretary and Federation of Free Farmers Chairman Leonardo Montemayor said that he finds the president's steering as chief as lacking. Montemayor added that Marcos should appoint a full-time and permanent agriculture secretary to speed up the decision-making process in the agency.
Pagka nagkaroon po ng permanent secretary, sa presidente, siyempre, tututukan niya din yan eh.
Yes.
Pero at least wala na pong maghihintayan pa sa DA bago magkaroon mga desisyon whether to import and then ano po yung timing and yung volume.
One onion farmer from Pangasinan is dismayed over the decision to import over 21,000 metric tons of onions. James Ramos told Radio 5 that the importation comes at a wrong time and that the government should have done it back in December. He added that it robs farmers like him the chance to sell more products, especially now that it is harvest season. With this, Ramos appeals to President Bongbong Marcos to stop the importation.
Kami nananawagan ngayon sa ating gobyerno at kung maaari, yung importer na yan, huwag na nilang ituloy sana. Para hindi kami mapiktuhan ng mga magsasaka at may maipakain din naman kami sa aming pamilya.
In other news, it's been an eventful week for the military after shakeups in its leadership. So far, this is what happened in the AFP over the last few days.
The Armed Forces of the Philippines supports the appointment of Carlito Galvez as the new Secretary of National Defense. AFP spokesperson Madel Aguilar says Galvez has proven himself capable of the job as he formerly served as Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces and is already a peace advocate. He also served as COVID-19 National Task Force Chief during the pandemic. Galvez's appointment follows the surprise resignation of Acting Defense Chief Jose Faustino.
It was a very smooth transition from the outgoing to the incoming Chief of Staff, and the Armed Forces of the Philippines, being a professional organization, will support whoever is designated by the President as Chief of Staff. Ito po ay parte ng ating tradisyon.
Faustino's resignation, meanwhile, came just 2 days after the reappointment of General Andres Centino as AFP Chief of Staff, replacing Lieutenant General Bartolome Bacaro. The palace has yet to provide an explanation on the decision, but Faustino has admitted to have resigned after being bypassed in the decision to reappoint Centino. Faustino said he only learned of the appointment from news and social media reports. Today, Defense Department spokesperson Arsenio Andolong revealed that some more officials of the DND vacated their posts, something which Andolong said was normal.
But that is a normal procedure here in government, not only in the DND. When a new leadership assumes office, all coterminous appointees are required to tender their courtesy resignations. That's in order to give a free hand to the incoming principal to determine the composition of his staff.
These surprise movements in the military leadership sparked rumors of destabilization among troops, which authorities have earlier denied. National Security Advisor Clarita Carlos tells One News the chiefs that she's also equally confused by recent military movements. Carlos shared that this could have stemmed from Republic Act 11709 or fixed long terms for key military officers.
My hypothesis is that this arose from do you remember that RA giving 3 years?
Yes, 11709, yes.
The Chief of Staff. I think that started there.
Section 2 of the law only allows a fixed 3-year term for the Chief of Staff of the AFP, but nothing more. Though overstaying is no longer a problem, the Chief of Staff position has become a revolving door position. The Act still allows the seating president to shorten the term of the Chief of Staff. Still, with changes in the military chain of command, Carlos is hopeful that there will come a time when meritocracy becomes the norm in government.
I wish there were more meritorious and a more rational way by which we put people in positions of authority and power, because it should not work this way na keso in-appoint ni ganito, tapos yung nag-appoint na alis, tapos yung naalis, dapat lahat ng in-appoint niya, alisin mo din.
Arian Kalumiran, We Are One News.
And here's an update on the accident in Mandaluyong City yesterday that involved 12 vehicles. The SUV driver that started it all has gone through inquest proceedings today at the Mandaluyong Prosecutor's Office. 2 patients out of 10 people injured in the accident are still admitted at the Mandaluyong City Medical Center. Based on initial investigation, this SUV was headed towards 1 San Miguel Avenue in Pasig when it hit 2 motorcycles. Instead of stopping, the SUV sped through the intersection, hitting another motorcycle and a car, and colliding with several other vehicles. The camp of the SUV driver says they are ready to help the victims. We will be back with more stories after this quick break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. Pag-asa expecting the cold weather to last until March. Senior weather specialist Raymond Ordinario said that the northeast monsoon is expected to persist until the second week of February or the first week of March. Ordinario also advises the public to brace for tropical cyclones this year.
For the tropical cyclone, we're still expecting around 19 to 20 tropical cyclone that might enter the Philippine area of responsibility. And for January, we're going to expect at most one tropical cyclone that might develop or enter our PAR.
And here's a quick look at today's other top stories. At least 10 people have died from heavy rains due to low-pressure areas since January 2. The Office of the Civil Defense also reports 4 injuries and more than 63,000 families affected. Since last week, the LPAs have been bringing bad weather over Calabarzon, Mimaropa, Bicol, Western Visayas, Eastern Visayas, Northern Mindanao, the Davao Region, and BARMM. Marikina Mayor Marcy Teodoro is asking the Department of Public Works and Highways to repair the city's bridge in Barangay Santo Niño. Teodoro says the structural damage to the bridge was caused by a DPWH contractor. The mayor is threatening to sue if rectification is not immediately done. And our very own Dolly De Leon loses to Angela Bassett as Best Supporting Actress in the Golden Globes. Still, De Leon made history as the first Filipina actress to be nominated in the prestigious awards show. The breakout star has received a handful of recognitions for her performance in Triangle of Sadness, including the Los Angeles Film Critics Association, Satellite Awards, and the BAFTA. De Leon is also featured in British Vogue's 2023 Hollywood portfolio. For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News Live anytime, anywhere. I am Sean Yao. We are One News.